Welcome back, fellas. Today we're in the NBA Cup Championship. The Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Milwaukee Bucks. It should be a hell of a game. I'm super excited for this game, which this leads to no NBA tomorrow, so we have to make sure we capitalize today. I have 4 plays for you guys. Let's waste no time and hop straight into them. First, as always, we're going to start on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure if you're not on Underdog Fantasy, use code BDGE when you sign up. You'll get a free Giannis Antetokounmpo over half a point square, so make sure you take advantage of that and lock in. This game should be electric, right? So the Bucks have been rolling right now. SGA has been rolling on the other side of the ball with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Both Giannis and Shea have been playing out of their minds, and that's why I'm not gonna get too flashy today. I'm not gonna get too fancy. And we're going to take some pretty straight up picks. I do have some things other here. We also have an NBA 50% boost, by the way, if you're on Underdog. So again, make sure you're on Underdog. It's the best site to use when you're making these picks. Also, make sure you're tailing on Pickett. Pickett's the place where you can see all of the plays. Here are 3 of the plays. The 4th play hasn't loaded yet. But here are 3 of the plays, and make sure you're on Pickett. Use code BDG when you sign up. It's absolutely free to use. Plus, we're doing a free merch giveaway for BDG themselves. So if you like our merch, I'm not wearing it today, but I wear it all the time. Make sure you hop in and get in that. It's absolutely free for that. The first play we're going to take is going to be Giannis, as you guys saw on the screen here on Pickett. We're going to take Giannis Antetokounmpo over 29.5 points. I think he's now boosted up to 30.5 points. I still like it there, right? And I'm gonna walk you through why. Giannis has obviously crushed this line, soared over this line in 70% of games this season. Also, before we actually get into that, I changed my mind. Make sure you're in the Discord. I mean, I never really talked about it, but it is linked below. The Discord, you get all these plays as soon as I get them. So like 29.5, if the line moved to 30, I posted it last night. I can look at the exact time. Last night I posted my play of me taking Giannis over 29.5 points at 12:01 a.m. Eastern time. So again, you will always get up to date as soon as I place a play. You'll see it on the Discord. You'll see it on Pickett. So again, make sure you're on those 2 sites so you can take advantage of everything there. But we are going to look at Giannis going over 29.5 points. Hit this in 70% of games this season. Obviously, he's just been crushing this 9 of the last 10 games, averaging damn near 35 points a game. And the minutes have obviously been there. In the Cup games, he's going to see an extended amount of minutes, which is something I definitely want to look at. When you look at him seeing 35-plus minutes a night, which obviously he's going to hit tonight in this championship game, unless he hits foul trouble, which I don't see why he would have that. He's hit this line in 92% of games, which I feel even better about, averaging 36.2 points per game. And even if you adjust this line again, so let's just put the line up 30.5, he still hit this in 77% of games, so you still feel great about it. But 29.5, I felt fantastic about, and I didn't want to miss it. And you're probably like, well, God, aren't they going to sell out? They're going to double. Number ones versus OKC have sucked, whatever. But they haven't played Giannis. Giannis this year has played at an unbelievable, unguardable level, right? Obviously, we know his driving ability. We know his ability to get to the rack is unstoppable alone. But he's also seeing 18% of all of his points from free throws. This team fouls at the 6th highest rate in the entire NBA. Not only that, but he has developed a true mid-range game. And you're probably like, yeah, but like, how good is it actually? Well, to put this in perspective, he averages 4.1 middies per game and is shooting at a 46.3% clip. That is higher than Devin Booker. That is higher than Jamal Murray. That is higher than Kevin Durant. That is higher than the guy on the other side, SGA. He's shooting a better mid-range percentage than all of those players. He's truly unguardable this season, playing at an unbelievable level. He truly is the MVP right now, and I don't think there's anyone really that close. Jokic would be the other argument, but I think Giannis has him beat. He's just playing at a god-tier level, and I can't fade him in a championship game where he's going to see extended minutes, going to see extended play. They're going to try to get him to the free throw line because that's where he struggles, so he's going to see free points. I think this is an easy over, and I'm not overthinking this. Heading to our next play on the other side of the ball, it's the same logic, though. It's going to be SGA to go over his points line. And people are like, well, he's been bad against Doc Rivers. They have him clamped. They'll have him found out. He's barely hit this year. Well, one, we always have to go to look at games without Chet Holmgren. Because without Chet Holmgren, obviously, it changes his projection a lot. He goes from 40% hitting this line to 60% in this line, and he averages 33 points per game. Not only that, now we go to, okay, he's had 37 minutes in back-to-back games. Well, he's going to see 37 minutes. He's certainly not going to see 30. He's going to see about 37 minutes in this game. He's hit this in 7 of 8 games. Again, we got him at 31 points. 7 of 8 games, 88%, averaging 35 points per game when he sees 37 minutes without Chet Holmgren. This line feels fantastic. I feel like we're getting an absolute steal here. And again, we posted this at 12 last night. So again, make sure if you didn't lock it in then, you can lock it in now on FanDuel -125 or on Underdog. I like it at 32.5. I think both of these stars are going to have to perform. They're like, well, they're going to try to double them. They're going to try to do this. It doesn't fucking matter. Every team, you could say that with every team. Houston, they just played arguably is a top 3 defense in the entire NBA, and he hit this line. They couldn't shut him down. You can't stop SGA. He's going to find his way to the free throw line. He's going to find his way to just any sort of way he's going to score, right? Obviously, went over the 7 of 8 mark, but again, he goes into an elite matchup where this team allows the most points to opposing point guards, right? Trey just dropped 35 on them last time they played. Obviously, it's a different play style, but it's not too far off, right? And you would think they would want to stop Trae Young. You got to stop Trae Young. That's the way to stop the Hawks. Well, he dropped 35, so it's the same concept. This Milwaukee team has allowed the 7th most points to the mid-range as well. Obviously, that's where SGA sees the bulk of his points. So that's what we absolutely love to see. He also sees 30% of all of his points off the pick and roll, and Milwaukee allows the 11th most points off that. So, again, very good matchup, and I think this is championship game. He's gonna fucking go off. Him and SGA are gonna absolutely kill. Now I have 2 plus money plays. 2 plus money plays that we're gonna try to take advantage of here. Damian Lillard is going to be one of them over 4.5 rebounds. You get this at plus 120, and you're like, God, he said this only in 41% of games. I get that. But now he goes into a matchup where this OKC team allows a ton of rebounds to opposing point guards. Not only just a ton of rebounds, but like an OD amount of rebounds. Dave's going to play about 37 minutes like he has the past 2 games. And we go to 37 minutes. Well, he's hit this in 50% of games where he's seen 37 minutes. 5 of 10 games, averaging 4.6 rebounds per game. But he's also seeing 8.4 rebound chances per game, which is what we want to see here. That's a big stat for us to look at. Not only that, but 9 of the last 10 point guards to face this team have gone over on their points, on their rebound lines. And they haven't just gone over. Like, they've gone over. Fred VanVleet had 9 rebounds last time they played. Like, it's just, they have sort of, DeJounte Murray had 9 rebounds. Keontae George even had 4. Austin Reeves had 5. D'Angelo Russell had 9. Brandon Podziemski had 8. It's an easy rebounding team. And now in a championship game where you're going to see extended minutes, you love to see that. So I think he's going to have an easy matchup. He's going to be able to grab boards. He gets them at a pretty consistent basis when he sees a ton of minutes. I think this is just an overall solid shout for plus money. I mean, you look at the numbers. He's seeing 8, 9, 8, 8, 9. If he sees 8 plus rebound chances in this game with how OKC rebounds against guards, I think this is an easy over. He obviously 30th against offensive rebounds and 30th against defensive rebounds for point guards this season. He's going to see a ton of opportunities. He's obviously hit this last game against the Hawks, had 6 rebounds in that one. Orlando's a little bit different. Orlando's really good against guards and boxing out at the top. He did against Brooklyn, Boston, Washington. So the last 4 games out of 5 that he's had these minutes, he's hit over this mark. I think it's OKC where he might even see 40 minutes tonight. And if he sees that, I feel really good about this line as well. So I think he's just going to be very heavily involved, and he's going to have a lot of opportunities to get rebounds, long rebounds as well. So this should be an easy over, especially in late game opportunities. Like, he's going to be playing late into this game, so I think he can snag some boards there. Yeah, those are the plays I really like for Milwaukee's Dame rebounds to that. The other play I have that's plus money, and this one I really like. This one I think is a lock for plus money, and I don't say that often. I also put 2 units on Giannis. Just want to put that out there. Anyway, Lou Dort over 3s. Probably looking at this, you're like, holy shit, God, he's hit this a lot. Well, he's seen 31 minutes in 3 straight games. I think he's going to see 31 minutes in this one unless he gets in foul trouble, which we can't count for. He's hit this in 60% of games where he's seen 31 plus minutes. Not only that, but he's attempting a crazy amount of 3-point attempts. 6.3 is his average, and that's 1 with a 0. If you take away the 1 game with 0 3-point attempts, he's averaging 7 3-point attempts per game. 7 3-point attempts per game. To hit 3, you feel fantastic about it. All he needs to do is shoot 30%, and we're chilling on this line. 3 for 7 is not a tall task. 40%, 30% from the 3-point line is where we want to be, especially when we're going against a team that allows the 7th most 3-pointers made to opposing shooting guards. If you're like, hey, maybe he'll bump down to the small forward. Maybe that matters a little bit more, but I don't see him doing that. I see him staying at that shooting guard position and being able to knock down these 3s. And he's going to see a high volume of them. Obviously, the past 2 games, he saw 3 and 5 3-point attempts with 7 and 9 3-point attempts. If he's seeing 7 attempts, I feel good. Lou Dort's not a bad 3-point shooter. Obviously, the 40% hit rate, and you feel good about the percentages, like 3 of 7, 4 of 7, 5 and 9. Right now, he's hot. You want to take the hot hand and feel good about it. I would. And even if he shoots 6, I still feel good. 3-point times is not a lot. I think 3-pointers made plus 130. You feel fantastic about the odds you're getting it at too. So I think those are going to be the 4 plays I have for you today. Make sure you're taking them on Underdog Fantasy so you can lock in the best value. And plus, you get a 50% boost. You can add a 50% boost to all these plays. Anyway, those are my plays. Mix and match as you like. Take what you don't like. Fade what you want. Do all the usual shit. But that's all I got for you today. Make sure to like, subscribe. All sorts of fun shit down below. It's the easiest way to support the channel. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.